Penny Simmons is making a few changes to the tertiary education sector, particularly around things like polytechs, those more practical courses. I'm wondering if you could give us a rundown on what the sector is facing at the moment.
Well, the sector is in crisis because the government is choosing to disestablish Te Pūkenga, and it's doing to do it without a plan or without support. That's led to around 1,000 jobs going in this country. Around 1 in 10 have disappeared. And it's really sad because the vocational sector is really important in training, the future workers of our country and the more practical experience, hands-on thing. Without the vocational education sector, we wouldn't have, occupational therapists. We wouldn't have, for example, engineers, and we wouldn't have like some of the creative people that are really important to have like a full life. Um, so this basically began since the government came in 27 November 2023. They basically instructed Te Pūkenga at that point to start making cuts, and they brought in a bunch of overpaid consultants and paid them, probably millions of dollars a year to like basically tell the like individual polytechs that used to be independent but are now part of Te Pūkenga to start making cuts if they wanted to be independent. Of course, people wanted to be independent because people don't have confidence in the minister's alternative version of what Te Pūkenga would transform into, which is like this kind of weird amorphous structure, which is going to be anchored around open polytechnic. Um, and yeah, basically since then, there's just been cuts right across the country with some really quite baffling decisions that polytechs are making on the basis of just prioritizing short-term viability so that they look good on paper so that the minister allows them to be independent.